Modern India. Impact of British rule GK questions set 1. Question 1. After which important incident did the looting of the British in India start? And the answer is A. After the Battle of Plassey. Question 2. Which of the following land revenue systems was not adopted in India during the British period? And the answer is D. The Sala system. Question 3. Who among the following laid the first railway line in India? And the answer is C. George Clark. Question 4. Who propounded the theory of drain of wealth from India to Britain? And the answer is B. Dadabhai Nauroji. Question 5. Between whom was the first telegraph line started by Lord Dalhousie in the year 1853? And the answer is D. Calcutta and Agra. Question 6. Who among the following benefited most from the British land revenue system in India? And the answer is C. Landlord. Question 7. In which city was the first cotton textile mill established in India? And the answer is B. Bombay. Question 8. Which of the following systems of land revenue system created by the British provided more protection to the interests of farmers? And the answer is B. Rayatwari land system of Madras province. Question 9. By whom was the permanent settlement of Bengal and Bihar started? And the answer is D. Lord Cornwallis. Question 10. When did the British government implement the permanent settlement in India? And the answer is B. In 1793. Question 11. When was the Ryotwari system implemented? And the answer is C. In 1820. Question 12. When was the Mahalwadi system formally implemented for the first time? And the answer is D. In 1822. Question 13. Which region of India was famous for opium production during the British rule? And the answer is A. Bihar. Question 14. The reason responsible for the decline of the textile industry in Bengal in the 18th century was? And the answer is C. Higher customs duty on goods exported to Britain. Question 15. Who was the author of the book Neel Darpan written on the plight of indigo farmers? And the answer is B. Deenbandhu Mitra. Question 16. Kahwa plantations were first planted by the British in which region? And the answer is D. In Wayanad district. Question 17. Who propounded the idea of economic exploitation of India during the British rule? And the answer is A. Dadabhai Nauroji. Question 18. During whose tenure was the first census conducted during the British rule in India? And the answer is C. Lord Meows. Question 19. Sir Thomas Munro is related to which land revenue settlement? And the answer is C. Rayatwari settlement. Question 20. Between which cities was the first railway line constructed in India in 1853 AD? And the answer is B. Bombay and Thane. Question 21. The main objective of the British government in the pre-independence period was to spread modern education in India. And the answer is A. Need of educated Indians for appointment to small administrative posts. Question 22. Under the permanent settlement, what percentage of the entire rent land revenue was decided to be given to the landlord by the state? And the answer is A. 89%. Question 23. Who is called the father of land settlement in northern India? And the answer is A. Martin's Bird. Question 24. The land revenue system adopted on most of the land in the whole of British India was? And the answer is B. Ryotwari system. Question 25. The objective of the Little Commission, 1929, during the colonial period in India was? And the answer is B. To submit recommendations on reports on the current conditions of workers. Question 26. It was the first limited liability bank in India established in 1881 by Indians and run under their management. And the answer is B. Awadh Commercial Bank. Question 27. Ryotwari settlement was implemented by the British. And the answer is D. Madras Presidency and Bombay Presidency. Question 28. The objective of the Albert Bill passed in 1883 in the context of colonial rule in India was. And the answer is A. Equal treatment of Indians and Europeans as far as the criminal jurisdiction of the courts was concerned. Question 29. There was no independent development of industries in India during the British rule. The reason for this was. And the answer is A. Lack of heavy industries. Question 30. Although the company's monopoly on Indian trade was ended by the Charter Act of 1813, the trade of which commodity was still reserved for the company only. And the answer is C. Tea. Question 31. Under which act was the trading rights of the British East India Company finally abolished? And the answer is B. Charter Act of 1833. Question 32. Under the Permanent Settlement, 1793, landlords were expected to issue pattas to cultivators. Many landlords did not issue leases. The reason for this was. And the answer is B. There was no government control over the landlords. Question 33. In the context of modern education, the Oriental-Anglo controversy regarding the medium of instruction ended with Macaulay's Form, 1835. According to this, which language was accepted as the medium of education in India? And the answer is D. English. Question 34. What is called Magna Carta of Indian education? And the answer is A. Wood's Dispatch, 1854. Question 35. Who presented the bill making primary education free and compulsory in the Imperial Legislative Council in 1911, which was called the Magna Carta of Primary Education? And the answer is A. Gopal Krishna Gokhale.